next guest, a wonderful actor and comedian you know from his work on Saturday Night Live, High Potential, Single Parents, and Netflix's The Residents. In addition to his roles on Broadway in the shows Spamalot and Hamilton, he stars in Stumble, which airs Friday nights on NBC and streams the next day on Peacock. Let's take a look.
Well, baby, I am sure you are not pregnant. I mean, I'm not totally sure. You see, after my injury, I had an unintentional vasectomy. But luckily, they were able to reverse it through a 12-hour experimental surgery. In fact, here you go. They let me keep the video of the surgery. They also let me keep my testicle in a jar, but Courtney said I had to throw that out. Here, follow me. Y'all are in for a treat. Thanks to my brand spanking new HD TV, we can watch the surgery together in high definition. And there it is, touchdown. Gosh, you can see every vein. All right, now you see this sort of spaghetti straw right there? That's my urethra.
Please welcome back to the show our very good friend, Taran Killam. Now, a lot of times for, the promotional clips, the guest actually has no say insofar as which clip is used.
Yes.
You handpicked that.
I fought for that one.
Yeah.
I fought for that. I fought. You want to end on a strong joke. And,
Yeah.
And ending on urethra felt really good to me.
I would say top to bottom strong jokes. Let me just say, not
Thank
just a
you.
payoff.
I love this show. I'm so proud of it. Jeff and Liz Astroff created it. Brother and sister, not husband and wife.
Gotcha.
Although
in case that creeps you out when married couples work together.
Yeah. And I just, I'm very proud of it. And I love the cast. Jen Lyon is the lead. She's just a dreamboat. And and I'm back in New York, which is so nice.
It's lovely to have you back in New York.
Buddy.
And we're shooting New York City for Texas in this case.
Right,
Yeah.
That's right. It just makes sense.
It does. This is about the world of competitive cheerleading.
Yes. So the documentary Cheer on Netflix that was a big deal in the pandemic, Monica Aldama, who is the winningest coach in college history, is a producer on this. So it's very much inspired by her life, and in that it's in the world of cheer, and then nothing else is the same. Nothing else.
I was kind of blown away. Like when I see old friends who I've known for a long time, I forget that their children get older.
Yeah.
You're backstage. Your daughter is here, and she's just a full person.
She's just a grown woman, and when I was hired on SNL, she was 1 year old. Seth called to tell me I got the job. And so there's pictures of her wandering between your legs, and now she's
it's unbelievable. And I remember when I called to hire you, I heard a baby cry in the background. I'm like, if you got kids, you can't have this job. But it was too late. You're like, it's binding. It's binding.
You weren't wrong, though. You were not wrong.
Oh, dude, I cannot believe you did that job with kids.
It's wild.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went back, because I didn't have kids till after I left, and I remember I went back and went to every person who had kids when I was working there, and I'm like, I just want to say I commend you. The fact that you have good kids and you're a good parent.
It was me, Hader, Tucker, and Tim when he was hired. That was it.
It's a crazy group. Yeah, there's very few people. Certainly, I don't know how I would have balanced it. So congratulations.
Thank
to
you.
both
A
you and your
loving,
wife.
supportive wife is very key.
And you've got one of those.
I do.
Congratulations.
I have the best. Yeah.
Also. A very special night. Jonathan Groff, King George III in Hamilton.
OG Broadway.
You had a run as well. There's you.
I sure did. That was my rebound job off SNL.
Yeah.
And it was perfect because SNL is a New York institution and the hottest ticket in town.
Yeah.
And this is true. In the 3 months I did Hamilton, I was asked for tickets to Hamilton 10 times more than I was asked for tickets to SNL.
That's amazing.
Without exaggeration.
Also, that's that nice hack that's not available at SNL, which is every night you were in Hamilton, you crush.
That's so
You know what I mean? When people ask for tickets to SNL and you're on the show, you're like, okay, but FYI, when it's over, I might be sad.
We might have to go do sad karaoke at Boho.
You play a football coach in the show.
Yes, sir.
I know you and I are both big football fans. It's going pretty well for you. You're a Rams fan.
I'm a Rams fan.
Yep.
We're now 9-2. Thank you very much. Whose house? Thank you, both of you.
Yeah. Does it usually go that well? Whose house ran? Is it usually just 2 or 3 people?
We're a newer team.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I watched the Steelers game. I'm sorry.
You don't have to bring that up.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I don't know how this works. It's
Yeah,
been a
just don't
while.
bring it up. That's how it
All
works.
right. The Rams are 9-2. They're doing very well.
You sent your dad to the game yesterday.
I did. Yesterday we played the Bucks at home, SoFi season ticket holder. Because whose
Yeah.
house? Still the same two. I was
Yeah, yeah.
hoping for maybe
You thought any
one
of them?
brave
Yeah,
soul.
somebody would have learned.
Didn't
yeah.
get it. Yeah, they were giving out Aaron Donald bobbleheads.
So you didn't want to miss that opportunity.
I wasn't gonna sell the tickets.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I love collecting things and so it's Aaron Donald with the ring and a little goat.
That's really good.
And I sent my dad and my brother, and I'm gonna keep both the bobbleheads.
That's good. That's a fair trade.
Yeah.
Are you the kind of person who believes that your presence has an impact on the game?
This season, it seems to be. I took my 16-year-old daughter with me to the Colts game,
Yep.
which went well for us. And then I took my brother to the 49ers game. We were embarrassingly defeated. And every game since I have been here in New York, we've won
Gotcha.
handily.
So you're not going to mess with that
Not
up.
till the postseason.
Yeah.
And then I'll just tank the whole franchise.
Great.
For everybody.
Well, you have to.
I
If you
have
got a
to.
season
I'm not
ticket
gonna
holder,
miss
you have
out.
to go to those games.
One of the most fun days of my life was the Super Bowl at SoFi, Dr. Dre Snoop Dogg halftime
Yeah.
show, Rams Bengals. It was just joyful.
Yeah, the weird thing is those end, and I mean, because I've been on the side of like one of those great days, and then you realize like you're not owed another one of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Like you
it's
have
true.
to know in the moment, like, oh, this might be the peak of my life.
Soak it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far proves to be true.
Yep. I wanted to
daughter.
ask. I heard Ariana Grande on Polar's podcast.
Yes,
on Good
yes,
Hang.
yes, Good Hang,
And
great podcast.
again, this was after my time, so I was not privy to watch this.
Okay.
She talked about like how one of her favorite sketches was a dress rehearsal sketch.
Yes.
That she says her dad watches every day.
She occasionally Instagram messages me like he watched it again. He's
Gotcha.
laughing very hard.
It's available on YouTube,
Yes,
so our
yes,
people here. But
yes.
tell us, this is her look, which is great.
Yes, yes.
And that's your look, which is great.
Yes.
Is this a retro scene that takes place back when Browns were super popular?
I think it's set present day. This
Great.
is a James Anderson special.
Gotcha. James Anderson, one of the goats of
Of
SNL
all
writing.
time.
Yep.
And it was joyful to write with him. This is a man who has quit his job at the Hyundai dealership.
Yeah.
To pursue his musical dream.
Yeah.
And he's built a recording studio in his home.
Gotcha.
And then invites his former coworkers over to listen to it live, a live recording, to a 3-minute 40 song about one woman's smile.
One woman smile.
Yes.
And based on your face, are you good at singing?
Nope. You know, listen, the soft palate's up. So technically, no, he's terrible at singing.
Gotcha.
I rewatched it after she talked about it. And like when Tim and Zach were here, they're like, tell us why it didn't get picked. I knew immediately why
Yeah.
it didn't get picked for the show, but
Yeah.
it does bring me a lot of joy.
That's great. I mean, it brings a lot of people a lot
Yeah,
of joy.
it brings Ariana Grande a lot of joy.
Yeah, and her
Happy
dad.
Wicked Week to
Yeah.
all who celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you have an insanely good Harrison Ford impression.
Okay. Yes, I have a decent one. I did it in a sketch, and J.J. Abrams, who was doing post on the first Star Wars movie, reached out to me. I love Star Wars. That's good context. And he said, I have a special effects reel I have to turn in, and the sound engineer did a Harrison line. Will you do it for me?
So he wanted a passable Harrison
Yes.
impression. Got
And
it.
it was something like, you, get to the Falcon. You, take care of Chewie.
Yeah.
And it made it all the way up to sound mix. And JJ almost let it slide through and then had like a guilty conscience about it. But my wife, Kobe Smulders.
Kobe, give it up for Kobe Smulders.
He's doing very well in the marriage game. She's on Shrinking now. She's recurring on Shrinking. And we went to buy me a pair of jeans at this store on Abbot Kinney. And the guy's upselling me, and he's like, these boots, these are called the Indy boots. Because when Harrison Ford was hired to play Indiana Jones, he didn't want to use Red Wings. He said he'd only use his boots. So we call them Indy boots. And you can only get them here. 2, 3, Harrison Ford walks into the store.
Oh my God.
And it was like we'd manifested him. And my wife gives me so much credit because she could tell I was struggling. I was like, Mr. Ford, how are you?
Yeah, just like a nice regular guy.
Tarantino, I did you once on the show. We have mutual friends, and my wife will be working with you, and I enjoy your work. And as soon as he walked out of the store, I was like, wasn't I so cool? I wanted to tell him about the time I did his voice on the Star Wars reel, which I didn't even do it. Was I sweating? Because I felt like I was sweating a lot, and that's my hero, and oh my God, we're buying 4 sets of boots.
I'm very impressed, too. I didn't know you had it in you to be that cool.
Yeah.
Bravo.
That's it. That was it. That was all my
Bravo.
cool juice.
It is so lovely to
love
see
you,
you,
buddy.
buddy.
Thank
Love
you for
to you
having
and your family. You guys,
you.
Taran Killam. Stumble airs Friday nights on NBC. Streams the next day on Peacock. We'll be right back.